Today I rank my top 10 Halloween MOCs. Check out the links in the description below for each part of this video and subscribe for more spooky content. In at number 10 is the Lego Castle MOC, the Abandoned Tower, and I added the Fright Night's Batlord for Halloween. In my video I did a full review of this design, which is an alternate build of set 31120, the Creator Castle. Further details and full instructions by designer Duke Mario can be found on Rebrickable. I took their original idea and modified it to suit Halloween. I then added the Batlord from Fright Nights from my own collection, and also included his dragon, which looks awesome with the strobe lighting effects. Take a look at this. In at number 9 is my Nightmare Before Christmas MOC entitled Jack and Sally in the Graveyard. Last year on Christmas Eve, I revealed my Christmas display, which I made out of 2 copies of LEGO Star Wars Obi-Wan Kenobi vs Darth Vader. I combined them to make a base, and then used parts from the Hidden Side Graveyard Mystery, and also Harry Potter The Rise of Voldemort for the cemetery, and then added my 2 CMF Disney figures. Jack Skellington on the right and Sally on the left are epic for Halloween displays. From these shots you can see that I added a black backdrop and a perimeter fence, and then finished it off with a creaky gate at the front. I then lit it up from the back to mimic moonlight. MOC number 8 is from my Halloween pumpkin collection. In this video I lined up my pumpkins from various LEGO themes, and all in all there were 13 different ones on display, from small to large. I finished the video with details of this pumpkin MOC display stand. I made it entirely out of bricks and slopes, and the whole structure is only 2 studs deep, which meant I had to stand it on some plates. I thought it was cool to put some spooky minifigures in the eyes, nose and mouth. The whole collection together looked amazing, and for the photos I tried various effects, including lighting at the front, and then casting a large shadow on the wall behind. Great for Halloween. Ooh! The next display I want to show you, and in at number 7, is my Halloween church and graveyard. This was a really fun diorama to put together, with loads of scary additions from the LEGO horror themes. Amongst many others, I managed to squeeze in the mausoleum build from the Monster Fighter Zombies set, and even the possessed tree from the Hidden Side Mystery Graveyard. I added some details and minifigures, including a witch and her sidekick brewing a potion. Going back to the church, and this is actually an alternate build of Harry Potter Hogwarts Great Hall, set 75954. After several requests, I recently published my speed build and instruction video for this model. Check out the link in the description below. For my next MOC, at number 6, we have to go all the way to Egypt. This Halloween MOC is all about mummies rising from their tombs. I attempted to make an Egyptian style diorama with a pyramid, Sphinx and members of the adventurers range with loads of mummies. As you can see, they're not particularly happy because their treasure has been plundered. This MOC gave me an excuse to make my own Sphinx and dig out old LEGO sets, including this Mummies tomb set from the LEGO Studios range. These, along with some LEGO parts that have sadly long retired, really help bring this design to life, so check it out. Whilst often forgotten from the horror genre, I think that this Mummies MOC is a worthy entry on my countdown list. Next at number 5, we have my Halloween Hayride Display MOC, which started off with this little tractor build from LEGO. I wanted to make a track for this guy to ride around, so I started with 2 green base plates, covering them with hay on the floor and putting straw bales around the perimeter. Then it was time to add an autumnal farmhouse from the Creator 3-in-1 seasonal set. I added several brick-built decorations to this diorama, including this large owl, along with some spooky minifigures. I also added some brave ones to queue up for the ride entrance. As you can see from this shot, the complete diorama was packed with loads of details, and I even managed to find this possessed scarecrow. He's one of my favourite on display, and he's even wearing a Harry Potter sorting hat for good measure. In at number 4, we have my LEGO Ghost Ship MOC, an alternate build of Jestro's Volcano Lair, set 70323. This is my first attempt at making a LEGO ship, and considering I had such a restricted piece count, I think I did quite well. As you can see, there's quite a detailed deck, and some spooky features, but I couldn't help adding some custom skeleton crew members along with weapons. Guiding the ship and the leader of their crew is this zombie captain pirate. Arr! With the remainder of the pieces, I made a flowing lava display stand for the boat to sit on top, and as you can see, it makes a really striking display model for Halloween. Now things are really getting spooky. Into the top 3 we have my enormous haunted high school made of 2 lots of the Hidden Side set 70425. I combined 2 incomplete sets into a giant dollhouse MOC, which opens up on hinges to reveal a really detailed interior. Let's look at some of the details inside. Here we have Jack and Parker, and they're looking rather surprised at what they found inside this haunted school. There are possessed teachers roaming the grounds, causing chaos on various levels. And in the classroom, this skeleton has just come back to life, really bringing some fun to biology class. I added some hidden side features to the outside of the building, and that head teacher just looks gruesome. Just missing out on the top spot, at number 2 we have my Scooby-Doo haunted house. This is a modular MOC and an alternate build of 2 Scooby-Doo mystery mansions. There are loads of details, including man-eating plants outside in the garden, and inside there's a spooky fireplace with smouldering embers and bat decorations. Take a look at the full video for a comprehensive view of the first and the second floors, where there are loads more secrets to discover. Clearly this house is unoccupied. Or is it? This haunted house has the obligatory ghost lurking around, including a clanking ball and chain. No wonder Scooby and Shaggy are not too keen to venture inside. Oh no! In first position, and my favourite Halloween MOC so far, is my giant Monster Fighters castle. Take a look at this. This MOC featured in my very first video, and it's huge! There is an outer wall and gate to keep out trespassers. Once inside the gate, you can see that there's a set of tall Gothic towers and a drawbridge for an entrance. At the base of the front towers, there are dungeons full of skeletons. There are rooms and chambers above, full of surprises. The whole model opens up on some hinges to allow some play element to this design. Lord Vampire himself is on the loose, preparing to defend his castle from intruders. Of course, he has the hidden power of the Moonstones, and this will feature in my Halloween display this year. Overall, this is the biggest MOC design I've ever attempted until now. Tune in next week as I take things up another level. Ha 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 ha!